everybody, Makuto here, everyone's favorite waste player, with another exciting Bermuda deck profile. What I'm going to do for you today is another edited Pacifica. As you all know, this is my favorite grade 3, so I try to edit her with every new set. So first we're going to start with the starter, which is Akari. It's a pretty good starter, I think. When she's in Harmony and you have one G-Break, you can put her into Soul, and then you can bring a card up off the field, and then you can draw a card. Great card. Only problem is you have to be in G-Break 1, so if they hold you at 2, or if they stay at 2, or they stop you from doing that stuff, then this card kind of loses play a little bit until you can actually get to grade 3 and do your stride or whatever it's called. But I still like it just because it's an extra draw. I might change it back after a while, but for now I'm just going to rerun that. Now for my grade 0s. Grade 0s are pretty much exactly the same with a crit. I did put in the new crit trigger as one of them, Lipus. But I'm still running 4 draw with Fundy, just because getting the extra soul and getting that +3 is really helpful, especially since a like a 5 shield doesn't help too much. Usually I would rather prefer like a 10k or something, and then this I can use for the +3, which I need to get some calling sometimes. And then of course 4 heals. Didn't switch my flows just because I want to have a lot of cards from each set in this deck, and if I changed my heal to it also to one of the new sets, then that would have just been a lot of cards from the new set, so I went ahead and kept with flows there. Now for my grade 1s, I'm playing 2 of Loretta, which is the Limit Break 4 enabler. Just running 2 of those. I don't usually get to use these that much, just because I take a lot of damage at the beginning, and I'm usually at 4 already. But hopefully I'll probably change my style a bit so I block a little bit more. But I need counterblast for a few things, so I try to take some damage. Running 2 Kuras. You have to run these to get counterblast back, because you need that so you can get Pacifica's skill off a couple times. And I'm running 4 Yarmaks. I used to run the Yarmak and the grade 2 that is the same thing, but to get really big columns, but I find that just having the booster is just plenty. The columns don't get as big, they're not like 26 all the time, but if I get a really good turn where I pick up a lot of cards, then she can get really high and it'll help boost. And then I'm running 3 of Shunde. I guess that's how I pronounce her. Shunde. But she is the stride enabler. She gets a +2 when I stride, so very helpful. Especially since this deck you need to stride at least once. So this will help so I don't have to get rid of a grade 3, which in these decks are pretty important. And then 4 of the new Perfect Shield. Kukuri. I did get the full art, so I'm running one of those in here, just because it's a nice card, and I should at least put it in the deck I'm going to use the most. So I do like this because if you have 1 in damage, or I'm sorry, 1 in the waiting room, then the next time you use it, you can unflip a damage. What you need in this deck is to get counterblast back. Alright, for my grade 2s, still running Rika. We're only running 2 this time. You do kind of need her because she gives us soul charge and she can unflip that damage, so you can keep that combo going. I added 2 Perla. Good card. You can, when she hits Vanguard, you can Soul Blast, so you can bring up a card. So if I attack with her first and I can bring up a card, then that'll help you armor a little bit. But it also puts pressure, adds them guard, or forces them to guard, so I don't get that skill off. Then I added 2 Spica. This is a great card, especially in this set, because once you break one, then when she attacks a Vanguard, you can counterblast one to pick up a card and put it back down with a +3, as long as she's being boosted. So, very good. So you can get more attacks off, especially with Pacifica, especially since you get an extra attack anyway with the grade 3. So use that with that one, and then you can use this, and then you can use Rika at the same time, so you can get that kind of blast back. Very helpful. And then for the sauna, which really I don't want to get these in my hand. This is really just fodder for Pacifica's ability. I can bring this out, put it on the field for a 12k attacker out of nowhere. So very good. But those are my grade 2s. And for my grade 3s, 2 of the top idol. When you play here at the start of your turn before your main phase, you're going to soul charge 1 and then draw, and then you're going to take a card out of your hand and put it at the bottom of your deck. Really good cycling card, helps you get other grade 3s, helps you get some grade 2s or grade 1s if you need them. Just really handy, especially you can also put heals and stuff back in your deck, which since this isn't a Stride or not Stride, but since this isn't a Legion deck, there's no other way to get cards back in your deck. So this is pretty good, but only running 2 because it's only a 10k, so it's not that great. Then I'm running 3 of Eternal, which is the Limit Break. When you attack, and if you have 4 more damage, or if you're using the Stride or Limit Break Enabler, you can counterblast 3 to bring up 2 cards, and then choose a card from your deck and play it again. And then she also gets +2 if I have top idol in the soul. So a great card. And then, last but not least, I have Planet Idol Pacifica, which is a break ride. Running 3 of these. Here's the other. Just you kind of need her to set up for Eternal Idol's ability. Well, it doesn't really set it up, but it gives you the extra 10k for that first attack. It's very good. Also, when you break ride over her, then when you bring up a card, you can also search for a card in your deck and put it on the field. So if you save that ability till when you attack with Pacifica or with Eternal Idol Pacifica, then when you pull out a card, you can actually pull out 2 cards, which is great because then you get a whole column instead of just a front row attacker. Also, if this is in your soul and this is on the field, you can counterblast 1 and put this into soul to bring this out. And then you can also bring up a card. So that sets off this if you broke right that turn. So pretty good combo there. Very helpful, especially if you have a Yarmuk on the field, because picking up all those cards will help you get those numbers up really high. So you can attack. You'll get at least 1 good turn with really heavy attacks to try to deplenish your opponent's field. Or not a field, but their hand. Hopefully they don't have too many perfect cards, so they don't just perfect everything, but if you're good enough, you can get them to just drop a lot of card. But that's pretty much it for my edited Pacifica deck. I mainly made it because of the new Pacifica Stride that's coming out, the promo. I totally forgot it was a promo, and I thought I was going to get it with the set, but that's fine. I'll just wait until it comes out, hopefully like November or December or something like that. But until then, thanks for watching.